people in here. Peace to you. I'm just getting set up and situated. Bear with me for a second. Okay. That's a little better. I want y'all to see something so you can be getting these codes as I am going to be reading the cards, the energy of the collective, subconscious fear. So, welcome. I'm Kempson, the Oracle. If you happen to be new, one half of Remnants Gathering, aka Weirdo Gang. And I wanted to jump on today just as a commitment that I'm keeping to myself, because when we do not challenge ourselves, we stop growing. So this is me showing up for the collective. Sometimes digging into the subconscious of the collective can be overwhelming for me. So that's why I'm not one of the people who do readings for the collective every day or every week, because I feel so much deeper than maybe some of the things happening in this present time. And I kind of time travel through the Akashic record of the collective and gather information based on what information anchors us on a timeline for a better future. And so my readings are very ego neutralizing. It has a lot to do with my natal chart, but it also has a lot to do with the energies that I work with. So we're working with Kali, Mahakali. She is always pressing me to take risk and to challenge myself in new ways. So I'm going to dive into the collective. We got a new moon coming up, you know? So it's just like, yeah, I'm diving into the abyss today. So I'm very aware of that. But my guides told me to do this. And so I'm here doing this for you guys. Before I get started, if I can't see and I'm not responding to you, just give me a second and let me get started and channel and bring the information out. And then what I'll do towards the end of this, if anybody has a question that they would like to ask me, you will be able to drop that in a super chat. And 666 has been the energy of this year that we have been holding, the number of man, where we are like rewriting our narrative, right? We're becoming new beings, new people. So yes, so after I do for the collective, I will take a moment and do a few personals. So yes, so if you got a question, just hold your question until I open up to accept questions, and just drop it in the super chat and we'll go from there. And you don't have to do 666. You can do whatever number works for you, but I like to tap into certain algorithms that I feel like is going to be empowering for us. So let me see before I get going. Peace to you, Sun Goddess. Yes, the Queen KJ, peace to you as well. Junkyard Jedi, what's up, Dave? Peace to you to know Israel. I love it. Power to you, Demille. Greetings. Who else is this? Lam, I am infinite being. Ashe, peace. The Queen Key, is that? Peace to you. Yes. Christian Powell, peace and power to you. Corey, hey Corey. Oh, thank you, Corey. You look gorgeous, Mother Cam. I can just hear you saying that hair is laid. Honey, I tried. I was trying to feel for something, you know, new with this new haircut. Yeah. Yes. Peace to you, Daniel. I track, peace to you, Weirdo Gang. That's all we own. You already know. So, yes, let's dig in. As you can see by the title, we need to tap into the fear. Oh, shit. It's just been like trauma, anxiety, catastrophizing, just in your mind. Like, you know, just stuff happening constantly, and it just pull you out of your vibration, and you're like, damn, I was holding my vibe, I conjured up a vibe, and then you just dip low, and it's just like, it's a cloud over me now, what's going on? And it's, I already know, like, because I'm feeling it too. And so yes, the old you is challenging the new you, and apologize, and the old you is afraid of some of the shit that the new you is thinking about, meditating on, doing, even you know, connecting and aligning to certain messages. Sometimes you can feel cognitive dissonance where it seems like there are two opposite energies inside of you, and you're not quite sure which one to believe, right? Crazy shit, crazy shit. I was in the mirror in the bathroom as I was getting ready. I've been preparing for this all day today, making sure that my energy was exactly the way it needed to be. And I was dancing in the mirror and just kind of laughing. And, you know, and I was like, it's the most simple things that be the big breakthroughs. But when you are so used to things not going right for you, and you're so used to people hurting you, and you close down and you almost stop expecting life to do miracles on your behalf and just give you amazing, amazing, blissful, orgasmic experience from day to day, because you almost feel like you're not worthy to have experienced anything other than suffering and your trauma and your loops and your triggers, and it's like mundane, these cycles, and it's like hell on earth, right? When you're dealing with that, and it's like you can't break free. You tried this and that didn't work. You tried that. And you know, it can be really confusing going through this spiritual awakening. And with me having a twin flame, we're really open about these things. And so like this energy of these tools is really, really challenging me and Ernest in ways that, you know, we have not been challenged before. And so I'm going to dive into that, because ultimately what I have discovered is that we are afraid of real connection. We are afraid of someone seeing all of us. So I'll ask you this one question, because the ego will jump in and make you feel like that's not you. You ain't got that issue. I'm going to tell you. So what happens is, ask yourself, if, let's just say, anybody that is deceased that you really, really look up to, you felt like their life was legendary, right? Let's just say they come to you and they tell you, look, everything that you are doing right now is gonna pay off, but you gotta keep doing it so that it accumulates as you are peeling back the layers of the bullshit that's not really you anyway. So go hard, because I've already seen this be successful. Now, come back to the present moment. Would you move different? What would you do different? When you wake up in the morning, would you shift and do something else? If you knew 100% that your spiritual journey is wild and chaotic, especially if you resonate with me as it is. I mean, I'm a fucking bundle of chaos. It's crazy, but it's fucking beautiful, and get results, you know? Would you move different? What if they told you you have exactly 1,203 days left to live, but I also saw that you were going to be very successful in everything that you're doing, keep doing it? What would you do different? See, that'll pull you out of procrastination, and it'll also pull you out of the fear, right, of taking these new strategic risks, taking these chances, opening up your heart. Like, y'all, I'm serious. Abundance cannot come to you. I don't care how much magic and spell work and meditating and affirmations and stream breezy. You can be doing it 1,008 times, 8 times a day. It is not going to actually materialize into your 3D self, because you do not feel worthy. So when your fears show up, it jumps in, and it's so quick that you don't even realize what's happening. And so what you'll find yourself doing is projecting that fear that's inside of you outward. So if you fear being judged, you'll find yourself feeling judged by people outwardly, and you might actually conjure the situation. And where people would pull you aside and be like, look, we just, you know, we don't mean no harm, but You know, the way you dress around our husbands or whatever, you know, we feel like it's inappropriate. Just some shit that happened, and you'd be like, I knew them bitches didn't like me. You know, you'd be like, I knew. And sometimes you might be accurate, but like, is it really benefiting you if you knew that the clock was ticking down, how many days you had left, and if you knew for sure that the decisions you were making on this spiritual journey are actually going to have the outcome, right, that you desire, what would you do different? That's just to get us started. So I'm going to be seeking Kali Ma, Kali Yuga, because we are in these chaotic times. So this is what we're going to be doing. Magical Indigo, power to you. Power to you. Ultimately, we are suffering because we feel a fucking void inside of us that seems like we cannot feel. I know. You'd be like, damn, it seemed like this person. I have seen some YouTubers come and like give predictions and stuff and go back and none of the predictions happen, like hardly ever. But then they follow and grow like crazy, and I'd be like, damn, they got 167,000, you know what I'm saying, subscribers. And I'm just like, ain't none of their predictions coming true. And you know, a lot of what they're saying is regurgitated. Yada, 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 yada. And I'm just observing, peeping game. But this is the game the Matrix played with us, right? So you just have to be in a vibration where you be like, shit, my shit might say 2, but I bet you those 2 people appreciate the quality of the message. It's not about a quantity, it's about the quality. And this illusion loves to make you feel that way. A lot of us are miserable because the thing that we're supposed to be doing might be something we're actually afraid to do publicly. But that might be the way you need to do it. I mean, come on now. Preacher's daughter, she gonna become a fucking tarot card reader. You know? And it required me to put my big girl panties on. Stop being a woman and become a goddess. Taking on responsibility when I'm not even sure if I can fucking handle it. Right? Yeah, that's how you grow. Okay. Subconscious fear. What do we have here? Mahakali. Mahakali. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see all them weapons and shit she got, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, the only thing that's holding a lot of y'all back is the steps that you're supposed to be taking are just steps that's going to make you feel uncomfortable and vulnerable. You don't want to do it. Let's see what Mahakali got to say about this. It says, hold on, I like to dim. We got to get this. There we go. Now, there we go. Okay, Mahakali, her magnificence steadies the anxious mind and it reassures the heart of the empowering grace that arises through trust in her. Attempting to fathom the wisdom behind the workings of Divine Mother would be like relying on a crane to deliver an entire ocean into a teacup. Such wisdom is vast and our perspective is limited. Yes, we don't benefit from it. Better to allow her creativity, her resourcefulness, and unlimited vision to take effect in our lives, bringing us every grace necessary for our bliss fulfillment. This is about being receptive, see? Some of us, somebody could say, I want to give you $30,000 to invest in your business. And I promise you, you go look for 1,000,000 reasons not to receive it. And this person could show you that they legit. They could know somebody mutual, like all of that. You still go out those voices though, like they must want something. Is it that sometimes that's because of the unworthiness inside of us, and so we're not open enough to even receive the abundance that the universe is wanting to bring into us, into our lives. So first of the 10 wisdom goddesses, or Mahavidyas, is the 10-armed Mahakali. She is laden with her sacred weapons. Many arms and weapons symbolize the capacity of the Divine Mother to work beyond human limitations. The contrast is not intended to diminish the dignity of our humanity. Humans have a tremendous capacity for heroism, kindness, love, grace, and generosity. Rather, it is an encouragement to engage with the divine with perfect trust in our hearts. Multiple weapons represent creative powers to conquer multiple issues. More than two arms indicate that divine workings are not limited by our human perspective or capacities. This is reassuring. The divine can accomplish works beyond what would be possible through your human effort alone. Mahakali means great Kali. She is known as the guardian of the cosmic order, the one who selects the timing for all unfoldment. Nothing can be accomplished without the necessary preparation and not before it is the right time for it. Such process and timing are determined according to higher wisdom capable of accessing and meeting the spiritual needs of all beings simultaneously. We cannot know what the order of events must be to accomplish the Divine Mother's purpose, but to live in harmony with her requires us to trust in what is unfolding and to work with that. Even when events seem to be going against us or we cannot see the way to succeed. How do we proceed with such trust? There is no magic to it. It is a choice we make again and again. When we sense the next step is before us, we proceed. When we need to wait, we wait. We do not try to force, but we tune into our hearts and sense what is guided and connected for us in each moment. We allow ourselves to feel intimately known a sequencing of certain events that will happen, known as synchronicities. This enables lessons to be learned so we are ready at every stage for what needs to come next. Listen, we are ready for every stage of what needs to come next. You are already everything that you need to be everything that you are becoming. That is abundance. To be abundant in that mindset and to maybe not have everything that you want, but to be abundant in your mindset. See, the exterior has to line up, right? Because everything in your present life reflects the thoughts that you've been thinking over the course of at least the last 7 years. Every 7 years, the whole body regenerates and becomes new, right? So why wouldn't we seek to evolve that way? So some of y'all got stuff that's 7 years old or older that's still ruling and controlling your life, and you just need to put it down, but out of fear, because sometimes we get more comfortable, right, with the devil that we know. So if you're used to having anxiety, you're more comfortable having anxiety than you are being vulnerable and maybe expressing the fact that you are dealing with anxiety to someone, because you don't want them to look down on you or think less of you. For us black women, we don't want our children to think we weak. We don't want people to think we weak. You're always trying to prove that we superwoman, you know? All of this is out of the fear of lack of not being enough. It goes on to say it is protective compassion that prevents us from seeing anything other than the next 1 or 2 steps ahead of us. To know more is not always helpful. Although if specific knowledge would support us on our path, then we can be sure it will come to us. But when will it happen? Mahakali reminds us it will be at the best time. It may be after we have acknowledged that there is a problem that we need to resolve, or when we have created some mental space so an essential understanding is not lost psychologically behind the clutter. If you have ever felt like you have your best insights after a shower or after you switch off during a yoga class or exercise session, then you have experienced how much easier it is to access inner guidance when you switch off and empty the mind. See, a lot of us have been living in our mind. This is why Kali is so one of the main dark goddesses, in which is inspiring a lot of the things that I'm going to be teaching in the New You Mystery School, and also in the Dark Goddess group, which is a Sacred Sisterhood group, very small group. Both of these are VIP situations, but in this situation, I mean that because I say a lot of us, as a result of trauma, we've learned how to live in our head. So every moment of every day, we have a negative inner critic constantly fucking talking to us non-stop, right? And then turn into the monkey mind. And your mind just keep going and going and going, and it's almost like you can't control it, and you get frustrated that you can't control your mind to meditate, and then you get more frustrated and you're like, fuck it, and then you just don't even try to meditate for a long time until your spirit guides remind you that your ass needs to be dealing with the clutter in your mind. Then you go back to it, it's like up and down, in and out. And so one of the things that helps me to do that is, instead of trying to actually remove the thoughts out of your mind, write them down. So when I go into meditation, that's when I start hearing, you still have 15 other emails you're supposed to respond to. Like, damn, okay. So I sit up, write it down. You forgot to make lunch for tomorrow. Okay, write it down. You have 3 appointments that you need to schedule. The repairman is coming at 4 o'clock. You need to make sure, write it down, write it down, write it down. I might lay down and get up, lay down and get up and write shit down 5 to 10 times. However many times it takes. And then once I've gotten most of the should do's and need to do's out of my mind, now I can just observe whatever thoughts are coming up, because those thoughts aren't, if I don't act on those thoughts that are coming up after the ones that were a priority, it's not a big deal. You see what I'm saying? So, thought might be like, damn, you forgot to put some lotion on your elbows. Little shit, mind be doing that. And because of the frequencies that we in the way the war is happening against our mental health, even the more, right? So just you even have disembodied spirits. For those of us who DNA is awakening and becoming more telepathic, you listen to hearing all kinds of shit all night. You jumping and shit. You're like, damn, what the fuck was that? Damn, I know I ain't tripping. Damn, did I just see a shadow banging in the corner? Like, a lot of shit be going on. Your third eye get activated and be crazy. And so if you do that and write that stuff down, and those thoughts, just observe them. Be like, okay, thank you for reminding me. Yep, I'm ash as hell. All right, breathe, let it go. Go back into meditation. So I'll be teaching all these things that I've practiced for a really long time. And most of this I've been doing my whole life. So this is why you're getting what you're getting, because the reason why we don't get the love that we really deserve is because we live in our head. We don't even spend enough time in our heart to get the love that we truly deserve. So, try to get out of your head and sink into your heart. And that's when the shit get real. Yes. That's when it get real. That's when you really can start conjuring your reality to be exactly as you want it to be. The heart is a bad motherfucker. Let me tell you. People talk about love so much, but love is created, cultivated, and it moves through the heart space. So this is a power source right here. So the invocation to activate this information that has been shared from, again, Kali cuts off the head, so it's bringing you out of your head and into your heart. So it is this. Mahakali, Adi Shakti, Queen of Cosmic Order, I bow to your wisdom. I humbly acknowledge that the closest I can come to understanding your workings is to show reverence for the mysteries of life. And so I love and accept who I have been, who I am now, and trust in the continued unfolding of my being under your skillful care. I open to the blessings of life that are needed, the needed tasks, the necessary knowledge, and your sublime, generous grace. I summon the courage within my heart and the trust in your love for me, and I proceed for the spiritual benefit of all beings. May all beings know your loving presence and embrace their divine destinies as prescribed by your wisdom, hearing your heart, bearing your heart, living from your heart, Mahakali. And so something that you can do that's really beautiful. So this is just an opening, almost an invitation, you know, and just being like, I'm open for whatever it's gonna be for the highest benefit for me. For some of y'all, that might mean you quitting a job, or leaving a relationship, or getting into a new relationship, giving somebody a chance. For some of us, that's deciding whether or not we're gonna have children. You know, a lot of people, because of the pandemic, you know, they're not even really wanting to have children, which is exactly what they want people to do, but that's another story, you know. So like whatever it is in your heart, but the thoughts that you have get in the way, this is the time now to be sinking into the heart. So what you can do to activate this is a breathing exercise, right? And so you can be seated or you can stand as long as you're comfortable. And you're going to honor the 10-armed Mahakali. And remember, all of these aspects, if we were to take quantum physics, the periodic elements, and many other cellular, toroidal field frequency information, sacred geometry, if we were to break all of that down, you ultimately have these dark goddesses that embody what that particular energy can do, what it's capable of. So you see, this is why science and mysticism, that's why they cross over. So I just wanted to throw that in there. So what you can do is start with both hands in prayer position and put it above your head, okay? And so this is, of course, there's chakras in our hands. So when you do this and put it above your head, this activates it. Basically, you're turning your body right into an antenna, okay? So you're going to do prayer hands and put them above your head. And you're going to inhale and then exhale deeply. Move both hands apart, still above your head, as if receiving abundant blessings from the heavens, from the cosmos. And you're going to inhale and exhale again. And then you're going to extend both arms out to either side of you, palms facing outward and fingertips facing up. Okay? And you're going to inhale, exhale, and extend both arms facing downward, as if blessings are just dripping from your hands, with your palms facing forward, fingertips extended down. Inhale, exhale, and place both hands back at your heart in prayer. Inhale, exhale. And while you are doing this, say, I trust in the divine timing. And so I feel like maybe we could do this together. And after this, then thank you. Somebody gave a donation. Ashe. We'll pull a card for whoever that is. Whoever you were, if I missed it, if you put a question up or anything. Oh, Fitness Alchemist, peace to you. Power to you. Much love. All right, my man. If you want me to pull a card for you, you know we could do it. We honor exchange of energy, right? Equal exchange of energy. So here we go, y'all. So beginning here, and I go from here and I go up over my head. And as I inhale, exhale, I inhale love, and I exhale anything that is within me that is not supportive of me becoming a better version of myself. So first inhale. Hold it for a few seconds. Then exhale. Now hands up above to receive. So basically the intention that you sent out to the cosmos, now you're using the chakras of your hands to be receptive to receive that back. So inhale, breathe in love again. Hold it for 4 seconds. Exhale everything else. All right. Now extend your arms out. Remember, palms facing forward, fingertips facing down. So, I kind of do this, but you could do this, whatever you feel works for you, but this works for me because I'm working on being receptive, right? So same thing, inhale, breathe in love, hold it for 4 seconds, exhale everything else. That felt good. Now, hands extended down, palms facing down, fingertips facing down. Now you are allowing this beautiful, beautiful energy that you have conjured into your reality to just drip down your arms. Yes. Because we are walking, right, antennas of higher dimensional consciousness with wealth of knowledge and activation, where many of us are exceeding anything anyone in our family has ever accomplished. Beginning with the spirit realm. That's some powerful shit. You lack nothing. So dripping, I like to visualize mine as gold. If you pick a color, you could do that. And we're going to inhale, exhale. And you're going to just allow all of that energy that you just connected to the cosmos to move through you. And you're not going to hold on to it. You're not going to be afraid of losing anything, right? Because this is representative of the way a lot of us hold on to things and are attached to things and money and people and substances and food. And it keeps you from being liberated, right? So you're just releasing all of what you have conjured that is beautiful. And I like to visualize it dripping into Mother Earth and her receiving it into her core. So inhale. Hold it. Exhale. If you look at your fingertips, sometimes you can even feel the vibration in the tips of your fingers of the drip, 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 drip. And I like to just drip the golden, golden, golden light all around me. Drip, 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 drip. Yeah. Yes. That felt good. So this is a little preview. Here's some of the things that we'll be doing in New Youth Mystery School. I'm really going to be wilding the fuck out with my gifts. And I'm so thankful to be alive and to still be here on this journey. So yes, if this is resonating, go check out what we're going to be doing over there. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be epic. Did anybody have a question wanting me to look up? Well, first of all, how did that make y'all feel? How did that make y'all feel? Black Star 79. I am everything I need for everything I am becoming. Ashe. Yes, I'm live. I was singing it to myself earlier today. I've been had a radio station inside my head, y'all, for the last 3 days. I don't know if anybody else get like that, but it's real crazy when I get like that. Down My Heart by the Boys from back in the day. See, you got some shit started. See, don't start me on it. Look, are y'all following us on Patreon? Because like the energy that I've been channeling, the way it's been coming through with the music in my head, it's been like epic. Being earnest, been bebopping and shit and just making shit. And I promise you, you gotta check that out. Like I think we posted the first jam session on Patreon. We got another one we're gonna do. I'm talking about lit shit like alchemy, just words and alchemy. It's just some phenomenal shit we tapped into. When I really started meditating with my Lemurian seed crystal, and then I've been wearing my lapis lazuli every single day, and I've been activated. Like it's crazy. I haven't been really sleeping because I'm writing songs in the middle of the night, and it's just artist shit. I guess artist shit. Let's see. You kept wanting to cry. That's deep. So you had some stuff. See, you had some unprocessed trauma. See, this is something else I'm going to be doing. I'm telling y'all, I got some motherfucking weapons. I'm going to be pulling out. Like, Mahakali got me on a whole other level with manipulating of this simulation. Manipulation of the simulation. Illumination and education, elevation, god damn, that's what we doing. Emanation power inside of us, birthing the nation. I just made that shit up and it was great. Just vibing with y'all. Yeah. How can I physically, let's see. How can I heal physically? I've been trying to manifest it. Magical indigo, yes, honey. You know I am so open about that. I got like complex PTSD. I've been diagnosed with being having depressive clinical depression, and sickle cell anemia, autoimmune issues, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, and migraines, and digestive issues too. So most of that, a lot of us are dealing with different aspects depending on it's so many things that depend on this. But there's a book. There's one of my favorite anthroposophical teachers. You can read this book. I think it's called Karma and Disease by Rudolf Steiner. Read that book and just start getting familiar, because a lot of times, as crazy as this sounds, I feel like having all of those different diagnosis and things that are not in balance considered dis-ease. I feel like having that and then still cultivating my authentic self and showing up for other people, because what I activate and inspire people, right? And so in a real open transparent way, that's why I like, it's a no judgment space. Every time the fuck you see anything, you see me doing in my face on it. And so people feel that liberation, and you feel that that's probably why you felt like you were going to cry, because it's like you finally get in this space where you can just let that shit out, and there's no judgment like that. That's priceless right there. And so we'll be doing more things like this, creating this space so that we can release these things. But when you have a mental illness, what happens is you'll get so fixated on fixing the physical that you won't even notice the benefits that you are getting from it. So I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I'm gonna keep it so fucking real with y'all. Like every day of my life since I was 25 years old, and I'm 42 now. So every day of my life when I wake up, I have bone pain, excruciating, to the point where I sometimes lay in the bed for an hour before I get up and use the bathroom, because I'm like mentally preparing myself, right? Because I'm going through a phase where I'm not wanting to use a lot of medications and things like that. So I'm kind of just bearing it and toughing it out. And I'm also using more plants and herbs, spices, things like that. So, but it takes time to learn that. It takes time for your body to even be programmed to be receptive. Here we go again, be receptive of these changes. So what you have to do is just do the best that you can, but don't allow yourself to get so fixated on that's what your worth is determined by, or that's what you use to measure your achievements. So for me, the physical and the way I felt was something that I used to measure my achievements for a really long time, because I've always been really athletic and very active. I was a dancer, cheerleader, and track star. And I was always really good at everything that I did. So for me, not being able to do those things, like I'm strong as fuck. I'm so strong, I scare myself sometimes. I just be picking shit up, and Ernest would be like, because I was single for such a long time, and then I had, fuck boys, bless their hearts, who came in my life as karmics to teach me lessons. And so a lot of times I ended up doing lifting shit, moving my own self from home to home, house to house, whatever. But anyway, I learned so much about myself, and so now I'm in this season of, you know what, I'm not going to measure my achievement in this woke shit, this awakening, by whether or not I've healed this and that. And so some people would say, don't trust her. If her potions and stuff really work, then why she ain't healed herself of yada yada. Some people think like that. I allow people to think however they want to. It's fine. It has no fucking impact on me at all. But how I think about me impacts me. So if I cannot change the illness, guess what? I can change the way I respond to it. And I can respond in a way that make me feel proud of myself. So if I can't change the fact that I have depression, instead of beating myself up about having a day where my depression was just through the roof and I didn't want to answer the phone for nobody, and I didn't want to return no text messages, and I didn't just want to be dealing with nobody, I didn't want to do nothing. So if I'm having a day like that, but then if I let myself feel guilty about it because the negative inner critic is talking its shit and I'm allowing it and marinating in that shit, then yes, I'm gonna feel worse. But I can just observe and notice and be like, wow, okay, today is one of those days. You definitely feeling depressed and you're grieving something. I mean, y'all, we're losing parts of ourselves that really wasn't a part of us, right? It was a program. So as we're shedding and purging and stuff, yeah, you're gonna feel the loss. You're gonna feel emptiness sometimes. You're gonna feel those pieces that used to be part of the puzzle that made you go away because you're calling in new energy to be your blueprint, right, of who you are. So we have to grieve that, and you have to give yourself time to grieve that. And so another thing that I do is change my achievements. So how many times a week I do yoga, how well I'm feeling, what days I don't have pain, yada 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 yada, all of that shit. None of that has nothing to do with how valuable I am as a human being. I am alive with breath in my body. That right there, that alone right there, it is a 1 in a million chance for even to create me, for me to be created. And I'm here, right? During the time of the Great Awakening. Shit. It don't matter, my body might feel like shit, but this mind right here and this heart, I got heart-brain coherence. The body will eventually line up. I'm just gonna keep doing what the fuck I'm doing. And every time something happened in my body that hurts me, I'm gonna just go love that motherfucker more. Oh, you gonna hurt me, arm? All right, I'm gonna be rubbing your ass. I'm finna go get reflexology. I'm going to get acupuncture. I'm finna get my ears for information. I'm finna turn the fuck up. I'm finna love this arm, baby. I love you, golden light, talking my shit, doing my shit. And I'm like this all day, every day. And so when the kids get sick and stuff like that, even my grandson, when he got sick, I just intuitively know what to do. And it's because I've practiced on myself. So don't allow sickness to have as much meaning in your life. Find the benefit in it. Okay. Let's see. I didn't know I was going to talk that long, y'all, but I guess more people needed to hear that. And I be wanting to talk about it. I'm not ashamed of that shit because a lot of us have chronic illnesses and mental issues. Like some of y'all got mental issues and you ain't even realized it's a name for it yet, and you're still looking for it. So like we're going to be doing New You Mystery School. I'm getting all in y'all shit, subconscious. I'm triggering people to grow. I'm not been kiss nobody ass and take it easy and tell nobody some cute fluffy shit. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the fuck it is. I'm gonna say you got jealousy issues because when you do the shadow work with us, it's gonna show up. And when it show up, and if you ask me in the group, because we're gonna do group Q&As all through this process, and so you'll have people to do this work with and not do it by yourself. Like I wish something like this would have existed when I first awakened. Since 2011, it's been rough. Like I didn't have nobody. Everybody looked up to was either Hebrew Israelite or a Christian pastor or a Muslim. It was just crazy, and I was just having to pull little pieces that I could because I didn't know exactly where to go. I didn't know the number one mistakes, and So yes, I'm basically creating what I wish I would have had. All right, y'all. I've been in go mode for a minute. Did anybody have any questions? Yeah, the pain. And let me tell you something else too. If you are empathic and you're becoming more empathic, you're gonna feel the pain at an increased level, usually around 10 p.m. and after. So try to get yourself set up to have your hot tea and stuff like that. I do that every night, and go ahead and get in bed and try to at least be winding down by 10 because they're setting the frequencies on the 5G towers to send out frequencies where it causes any old injuries to ache. It causes any areas where you have swelling to ache. And I have tested this out with a whole lot of people and have found this to be true. So yeah, so it's not just you. It's a lot. And it's because your body is changing. Your ribs is moving. You're getting new holes in our skulls. It seems like every couple years, right? The lymphatics is changing. Our endocrine system has been under attack. So it's having to be upgraded. And sometimes you have Kundalini activations on top of that. So you might be having some low back pain, some headaches. So some of it is awakening symptoms. Some of it is a result of the biological warfare. And some of it is just you clearing some of the karmic stuff from past lives. Okay? Ashe. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I've been having time-out shifts lately. Yes, I have too. A whole lot. Let me see. Hold on, I'm finna address that. Exactly. Yeah. The quantum shift was epic for those who did this. But yes, we've been shifting timelines a lot lately. Actually, one thing that was a confirmation of another timeline shift was when I went to I went somewhere, but we rode past T-Mobile. And T-Mobile has like this metro that they have combined with, merged with. And the M on metro, like the bottom of it on the left side of the M, is completely cut off. Like they just took an eraser and erased the side of the M off. And I was just sitting there looking at it like, that don't even I was like, I know I just rolled past here and saw this, it didn't look like that. And so sometimes I get into cognitive dissonance. It's one thing to know that we're going through different parallel realities, right? We're going through these quantum shifts. A whole other thing to have experiences that prove it. And sometimes it's just, you be like, am I tripping? This can't be a false memory. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to have a phone with T-Mobile. So yes, that's one way that you can tell me quantum shifted, but we absolutely did. And the energy that we are in right now in this particular reality, it feels vulnerable. It almost feels karmic. It almost feels like the energy that we're in right now is because of the collective karma back from when Tiamat existed, right? And so now we have the asteroid belt, which is just the remnants of Tiamat. And so having these two planets collide like this, and then having all the genetic imprints from the cosmos and certain planets and star systems coming in at one time, it's really strange energetically. And so I really recommend people who are feeling these activations, feeling more telepathic and empathic than usual, I highly recommend you get you some crystals and like really practice with them. A lot of times when we first started working with crystals, it's kind of just an experiment thing. You don't really know what to do with it other than hold it or set an intention or meditate with it. But the more you use them, they will begin unlocking secrets to assist you as we're going through these shifts. And so this is my Lemurian seed crystal right here. And see, all of these crystals, they have codes left inside of them. So even if your mind can't hear or see anything when you are scrying into a crystal, by just visualizing the sacred geometry inside the crystal, you are activating dormant DNA. You're activating your third eye. And so, yeah, so the Lemurian energy is real strong on the planet right now. So that's why I've been working with that a lot. Even if you just get you some clear quartz, like it's so much you can do with clear quartz. And this is a generator crystal because of the shape. It is a generator. And so like I use this when I make, like when I did the Kali Lotus Lux potion that I made, I use this as the main generator so that the energy, because clear quartz, clear quartz basically is like your Florida water sage Palo Santo of the crystal kingdom. So yes, I use this to generate the energy of the grid that I use with Kali to make the Kali Lotus Lux. So that's how I created that. And I also use the labradorite. And labradorite, this stone increases intuition in such a quick. It's really like as soon as I started owning labradorite, I instantly started noticing a difference in spirit communication. So I use this as well. This is also connected to Sirius, a lot of Sirius star seeds. This is why you maybe have like a little obsession. I know I do with labradorite. And so when you, we have some labradorite earrings. I don't know if we have any more. We may be out of stock. But if you are and it's something you want, we make labradorite earrings for the ladies, for whoever. But yes, this activates that starseed galactic cosmic energy, even if you're just looking at it. And there's some faces and some animals in this one that give me guidance. And so a lot of times when I'm creating spells and ceremonies and things like that for us, I'm channeling through these crystals. And one last thing, this is another clear quartz. This one is a cluster. Look at this one over here on the side. We went and got these ourselves in Arkansas. That one, the way it stood up like that. And so when we have ours, sometimes it chips off too. So when we have our meetup here in Memphis, we're going to take you all so that you can mine your own crystals, and just it's just really really beautiful. So we're definitely going to be doing that this year. We got some major announcements. New You Mystery School is March the 6th. I don't think it was any other questions that I saw in here. Let's see. You sleep with it. Me too. When the body charge, yeah, the pain don't go when the body charges. And so what it does, what it is forcing us to do is, we're learning how to self-soothe. We're learning how to self-soothe, and we're learning how to be with ourselves and our pain. So for some people, it's not physical, it's emotional. For some people, it's trauma, coming back to your memory. And for other people, maybe it's, like stress, just stress, period. So yeah, just sit with it, honor it, give it its space, and when you're ready to shift out of it, put you some music on, or go get your crystals and meditate. Sit, talk to them, put them up to your ear, listen, ask them what they got to say. I mean, the more weird you look doing something, the more beneficial it typically is. Like, for real, it's really been the upside down world. So I definitely do all of the shit that they say I should do. And as you can see, we got a segment with us today. Your statues, talk to them. Let them know what's going on. This is a portal of energy that you are able to communicate with. So you have to practice using your third eye to be able to get stronger, and using your gifts. And so just practice. It doesn't matter if you're gonna get it wrong or whatever. Just practice. And for those of you who want to study deeper, the New You Mystery School is opening. So we'll be assisting you with shadow work, doing banishings. We will do group magic, group meditations. We're going to do some of the abundance rituals that we have used when money get tight. It's so much stuff. Like, I'm excited. So here go the dates to make sure that y'all got the dates straight, okay? We did not, even on the tiers, they're on Patreon, we did not want anybody to make a payment until March the 1st. That way you won't get charged for the month of March. So wait till March the 1st to make your payment. And then once you have done that, on March the 5th, make sure that you check your email, because we're going to do a libate and chill on March the 5th. We're finna get libated and liberated and elevated like we do, and we're going to do a Q&A. And so any questions that you might have, I know some of y'all probably have a lot of questions, more so directed to what seems to be the darker forms of magic and the darker forms of mysticism and things like that. I'm sure, because I had a lot of questions. So, bring your questions, because we're going to be diving into the abyss, into the shadow, into a lot of what is contained within those energies and some of those soul contracts that we have that we're unaware of and we don't know what to do. So, yes, bring your questions to the Libate and Chill. Bring your libations. Bring your ancestors. Like, God, they hype every time we do this free event. We always give out a free bonus, or we'll give out maybe something from the mystery school class. You get a little bit more information about that. We have new forms of magic, new ways of doing magic that actually got results that we will be sharing. So that first class begins March 6th. But March 5th, the Libate and Chill free event is for everybody. And if you're kind of on the fence and you're not sure if you want to be a part of this mystery school, then bring your questions on March 5th and we will address that. And so, yeah, I think that's it. And thank you. Gotta get off here. Got stuff to do. Like I said, I hadn't really been sleeping much because I got a radio inside of my head right now. I know it's not just me, but I don't know. My ancestors funny. Like, how the hell they trying? It's like you driving and they want to control the music the whole damn road trip. But it's a message in the music, and so I'm just open to receive the messages. So yes, I love you all. I appreciate y'all. People are like, how the hell you be telling people that and you don't even know them? Honey, because I am love. I am the goddess of love. I am. I'm not just the goddess of war. I'm the goddess of love too. I'm just being me. And you just be you. When we do that, everything gets better, right? But we need to figure out who we are and support each other in that journey. I have enjoyed this. I'm going to get off now. Go to the website. Make sure that you are checking your email so you do not miss us, because we don't always get updates on here for what? I don't even know why. I don't even know why. I'm not the only channeler in the world, but it is what it is. So you'll be able to get all of the updates. All right. Y'all already know what it is. May, your third eye has just been kissed. Peace and power. And